strategic selling or solution building for a client. Strategic intent of entering into a relationship with the client or making a client your client. So you have to see which of these intent is there. Some of them I have just listed down for your knowledge or just to share, and these are examples only. There could be intent which are different than them, but this is what commonly I find people or wealth managers having the intent. First is maximize share of wallet. So you are wanting to maximize the amount of wealth of a particular client, the percentage wealth of a particular client which you are managing. Second would be you want to optimize the asset allocation. You want to change the product portfolio. You want to change the way or the manner you are managing a particular portfolio. So that could be one objective. Third could be increase product penetration. You want to use the current relationship to go into further products and services for the client. This is basically the what you say cross-selling, upward integration, whatever you call it. Or you are meeting a client, the strategic intent is I'll use this existing client to acquire new clients. You are requesting for referrals. When I talk about maximizing share of wallet, it could be share of wallet for offshore wealth management, onshore wealth management, share of wallet for both onshore and offshore, or you want to retain full share of wallet with you. That means the client only deals with you, nobody else. When you talk about optimizing asset allocation, you want them to shift from fixed deposits to structured products, brokerage to investment funds, shift to discretionary mandate where they give you money and you manage the money and they don't tell you where to put money and when to put money. So they believe in your investment skills and just let you manage money with the objective in mind, with a goal in mind. So there could be various objectives of meeting a client, and those objectives should be very clear before you start the relationship or start a meeting. So suppose the strategic intent is to retain full wallet. What would be the client's concerns? Are other banks offering something else which you are not offering? Are other wealth management organization offering something which you are not offering? Am I missing something by staying with you? Or I don't have enough time to take care of my money, so I should diversify. How do you address them? These concerns. You can say that we are one-stop shop, we are one-stop private bank, we have all the services. We give you access to local, regional, international investment, and we offer discretionary mandate option where you will not be bothered by managing your money investments. We will do it on your behalf. You just give us a discretionary mandate. Then when your intent is to move somebody from offshore to you, that means the wealth is outside India and you want that person to move wealth to your bank or your organization which is in India. So the client concern could be wealth would be affected by regional unrest. I don't know anyone to know how much money I have. I want to be diversified in the developed world, in Western Europe and US. What difference will you make? Why should I do it? I want to keep cash to invest in a property which I wish to buy in future in Europe or US. So your way to address it could be you offer the offshore option with you. You say you don't have to bring money back. We have an offshore wealth management division which can take care of your wealth in US and UK. You offer private banking in London, option money booked for London, okay. You can provide them access to global funds which you are offering in India. You can tell that you have expertise on regional funds. Now, when the intent is to move from onshore to SBI or your wealth management organization. So wealth is already in India, but you want them to shift to you. What is the concern? I get better services at my other option. I'm already with a well-established private bank, Merrill Lynch, UBS, etc. What more can you offer than my current offshore bank? The other bank offers me some product which I am looking for, right? So you need to understand their reason for possible dissatisfaction from you or possible concern from shifting to you and try to address that. You can tell that you are also a one-stop shop to access the both the local and the international options, right? And you propose if there's a product which they want and you have it, you tell you also have that product with you. So why people buy? People buy for these reasons: fear, security, love, peace of mind, selfishness, pride, greed, hunger. He wants to be better than other people, one-upmanship, and necessity. Out of all of these, the most powerful of them is fear. If you learn to sell or build relationship or make people take actions by making them aware of what can go wrong, the action is very fast and swift. So fear is, which I find, and over the period I have found is a very strong motivator for people to take action. Fear of missing out, fear of losing, and things like that. So that could be used to make people take action. So when you are dealing with a customer, there are two parts to the relationship. One is the strategic intent and second is the tactical intent. Strategic is what kind of customers are you targeting? On what basis do they decide? How do you find out the gap between their current services which they are getting and what they want to get? That's the gap analysis. And how do you plan for it? But when you start executing this strategic intent, the way to do is you need to question and listen. You need to build rapport and trust. You need to find out their gaps and give presentation. How do you intend to fill that gap? And the last and the most important is closing. And usually I see people, they do questioning very good, rapport building very good, presentation very good, but closing is where people generally find difficulty. How do I close a sale? How do I close a business deal? Right? And when it comes to closing a business deal, there are various ways you can close. Which way would work for which client? That over a period of time you will learn to do. But one of the way which has worked very well for me, for many of the clients, is never close. Assume it is closed and go for the next step. It's a very powerful step to close a business deal, especially this investments and wealth advisory deals, where after you give the client the reason they should move to you or reason something is done, you don't ask him or her the question, are you moving ahead? You assume he is moving or she is moving ahead and go to the next step. What will happen in that scenario is either they will go along with you or they would say, no, let's wait. And then you can ask them what's the reason for waiting. And then you try to solve those reasons and again assume agreement. So one of the closing way which has worked for me, I have done this business for maybe last 10 years. Now I'm not doing, I'm into training, but it really worked for me when I assumed a close, because that gives you a confidence, and that confidence is passed to the client that there is no way they can refuse it. I am so convinced about it. Right? Any questions you have, please put it to me. Right? Strategic is focus and process. What are we focusing and what will be the process? Tactical is executing. It's about communication and selling.